Hello there, fellow adventurers. I'm your host, Rachel, here to whisk you away on a thrilling journey through the magical realm of Disney, Universal, and beyond. This week, let's take a tour of the Disney Magic. I recently had the opportunity to take a ship tour, and I am so excited to share the details with you. I haven't personally been on the Disney Magic since 2019, so it was a nice refresher of the very first Disney cruise ship. But first, thank you to our sponsor, Alonzi Travel, the ultimate family theme park experts. Planning theme park trips can be overwhelming, but Alonzi Travel is here to make it stress-free. With their years of experience, they're your fast pass to hassle-free travel. They handle all the details, allowing you to focus on having fun with your loved ones. Whether you dream of Hogwarts, Disneyland, or a Disney cruise, they've got it covered. Tailoring the trips to your family's needs. Visit alonzi-travel.com/take the trip for a magical adventure and a Disney cruise. So let's talk about the Disney Magic. Like I mentioned, it is the very first Disney ship, Disney Cruise Line ship. Disney used to have a partnership with another company. Long story, Disney Cruise Line has a crazy history. But in 1998, the Disney Magic debuted for its inaugural sailing, and Disney hasn't looked back since. And I'm very excited because Disney Cruise is expanding kind of like crazy, which is great because they don't have enough ships, and maybe that means we'll get a permanent port in Galveston. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so Disney Magic debuted in 1999. It did get a refresh in 2013 as well as 2023. So it did get a refresh very recently. And when Disney puts their ships in dry dock, they do a great job. Like I said, I just toured the ship and it looks great. I have to tell you, when I stepped on board, I was hit with the smell of a Disney cruise, and I immediately did not want to get off the ship. It's crazy when I tell you the Disney cruise experience is unlike any cruise ship I have been on. It's just so wholesome and wonderful and amazing customer service, and the most relaxed I ever get on a vacation. So I got hit in the face with some nostalgia, and I did not want to get off the boat, but I had to get off the boat. There was not a stateroom for me. Anyway, the capacity for the Disney Magic is only 2,713 passengers. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when you look at some of these mega ships, it's not a lot. So when people ask if they're crowded, no, because they can't have that many passengers on board anyway. And there's only 11 passenger decks. Some of these mega ships have 16 plus decks. So the 11 decks is super, super manageable. I've never walked all of the decks, but like if I'm staying on deck 6 or 7, I'll walk up or down to the common spaces because it's only like 2 or 3 flights of stairs, and I'll do 2 or 3 flights of stairs. Whereas like you could be on deck 5 on a mega ship and need to get up to deck 16. I'm not walking to 10 flights of stairs. I'm not doing that. Okay. So it is considered a smaller ship, but I prefer that. I prefer smaller ships, easy to navigate. So that's the basics of the ship. Now let's talk about all the different areas. So the main public areas, there is a beautiful atrium, the Walt Disney Theater. That's where you'll watch your Broadway style entertainment. The Buena Vista Theater, it is a movie theater. Preludes, which is the concession for the movie theater. There is also a photo area, guest services, and a spot where you can speak with people about your port adventures. For families, there's D Lounge, which is where they'll do the larger trivias. They sometimes do cooking demonstrations in there. Animation Academy, higher capacity for D Lounge. There's also on deck 10, a wide world of sports where you can do things like foosball, basketball. I don't remember what other sports are up there, but sports deck. The Aqua Dunk, which is the water slide, not to be confused with the Aqua Duck. So the Aqua Dunk is the water slide. There's also a family pool, the Aqua Lab, a splash zone. All of that is on the pool deck. There's also Bippity Boppity Boutique. So if your little one wants to get a princess makeover, it's Bippity Boppity Boutique. And they also do pirate makeovers here. So we'll get to Pirate Night, but you can get a pirate makeover on Pirate Night. There's also 3 retail stores, and these retail stores mostly have Disney merch, Disney cruise merch, but they'll also have some cologne, some duty free. They also have a jewelry store. It's smaller retail, but very well kept and very nice. I emphasize that because some of these other cruises out here with their shopping is looking janky, like I'm at a flea market. Okay. Disney Cruise Line does not do that. It's very classy, and they have really great Disney Cruise Line merch, which you can only get aboard a Disney ship. For the kids, there's the It's a Small World Nursery, the Oceaneers Club, the Oceaneers Lab, Vibe, and Edge. Those are all the kid-only areas, and they are separated by age groups, but that's dedicated space. So on deck 5, that's where the Small World is, and the Ocean Club is, and the Ocean Lab. That's basically the deck for kids. You'll even notice like the ceilings are a little bit lower. So my tall clients, I don't really put people on deck 5 anyway, but deck 5 is where all the kid stuff happens. So just FYI, that's basically the only thing on there. Vibe is on deck 11, and Edge is on deck 9. There's also a chill spa for the teens. That's on deck 9, as well as Senses, which is the adult spa. And I highly recommend. Disney Magic has one of the beautiful couples massage areas that has a look outside. This is the one that I hoped to get, and I got the Wish. The Wish is not set up the same, and I was thoroughly disappointed. But the Disney Magic has a really nice villa area, which is really, really beautiful. So the adult areas, there's quite a few actually, and it's set up really nice. It's in its own little section called After Hours on deck 3. There is O'Grill's Pub, which is just like it sounds. It is a pub where you'll watch your sports and things like that. Fathoms is where you'll play bingo and have oh my gosh, what is it called? Newlywed Game, the Newlywed Game, and the silent DJ and things like that. The fun adults only things are going to happen in Fathoms. It's a larger capacity. And then Keys is just like you think. It's a piano bar. It's really cool, laid back, and chill. There's also beverage tastings for adults only. I know I get asked a lot if Disney Cruise has alcohol packages, and they don't, but they do have quite a few beverage tastings that are really good, really well done, and a really great price point. And they'll be in any of these adult only areas. I mentioned the Senses Spa already. That's on deck 9. Great spa. The Rainforest Room is super, super popular. I personally just go for the massages because I love a good massage, but people get the Rainforest Room and they rave about it. There's also the Quiet Cove Pool, which is adults only. By that pool is the Cove Cafe, which has specialty coffees and teas and stuff. I mean, I've had a matcha latte there. It was okay. But specialty coffees are there. Signals is the bar, and also Promenade Lounge. And recently renovated is the Soul Cat Lounge. So it's themed after Pixar's Soul. So Joe with the piano bar. But that one, it's kind of in a common space. So it's not only adults only. Anyone can participate in it, and they do host activities there as well. Now for dining, you've got quite a few options, and I'll go into why this is cool in a minute. There's the Rapunzel Royal Table, Animator's Palette, Lumiere's. Those are all considered main dining. There's also Paolo, which is an adult exclusive dining experience. It's Northern Italian food. Cabanas is the casual buffet that's on the pool deck. And then there's the Duck Inn Diner, Pinocchio's Pizzeria, and Daisy's Delights quick service, all by the pool. Lots of dining options. Now, entertainment-wise, I already told you about the Buena Vista Theater. So the Buena Vista Theater every night is going to have a different Broadway style, Broadway caliber play. And the Magic is home to Tangled the Musical, Twice Charmed, an original twist on the Cinderella story, and Disney Dreams, an Enchanted classic. There is going to be a Broadway style show every night of your sailing. So that's just 3, but it's going to be more on longer itineraries. I haven't seen Tangled. They didn't have these 2 when I sailed in 2019. So I need to get back and see these myself. But all of them, they're really cute. The shows are about an hour long. They do have really great production value. Like Disney Magic. And I'm not just saying like the ship name, I'm saying like Disney Entertainment Magic. They do really fun things that I really enjoy, and it's great quality. And that, like I said, the show's only about an hour. You either watch it before or after dinner, depending on your dining time. Be entertained, because Disney is an entertainment company at its heart, and these Broadway style shows are just that, Broadway style shows. Now, exclusive to Disney, first things first is rotational dining. So you heard me say 3 different dining rooms. So there's Rapunzel's Royal Table, Animator's Palette, and Lumiere's. On your sailing, you will rotate between those 3. So you won't be in the same dining room every night. You will rotate. And on your Disney Cruise app, it'll tell you what your rotation schedule is. So you'll know which dining room to go to on which day. The app will also have all the menus. So you can see what menu you're going to be having in advance. So if you don't like the menu, you don't have to go to the main dining table. You can go to any of the quick service on the pool deck, and you can also go to Paolo's adult only. But for your rotational dining, you can see where you're going to be going. Now, Rapunzel's is dinner and a show, and they're celebrating. So Flynn is Eugene. He likes to go by Eugene. Eugene is surprising Rapunzel with a surprise birthday party. So you're giving her a surprise birthday party. Characters come around. Characters from the Snuggly Duckling will come around. They are a lot of fun, and it's an entertainment. It's a show, dinner and a show. So definitely want to see that. It's really, really cool. Animator's Palette is a signature of Disney Cruise Line. It is amazing when you walk in. Everything's kind of black and white. It looks like a sketchbook from the Disney animators. And as the dinner progresses, things start to happen. So be aware of your surroundings at Animator's Palette. It is a lot of fun. Now, Lumiere's is going to be like a traditional main dining experience. Nothing is going to happen here. It's just a nicer place to eat. Typical cruise dining experience, except this one is themed to Beauty and the Beast. So there's some nods to Beauty and the Beast throughout the dining room, which is really, really nice. So that's exclusive to Disney. Also exclusive to Disney, which if you didn't know, now you know, fireworks at sea. Every sailing, weather permitting, will have fireworks at sea in addition to Pirate Night. They go hand in hand. So Disney Cruise is known for its Pirate Night. Everyone, all ages, is encouraged to dress up in your pirate best. There will be special pirate appearances from certain pirate characters. There's going to be entertainment on the deck, the pool deck for pirates, and it's going to end with fireworks at sea. This is a do not miss because it's a Disney exclusive. And if you're in the ocean with other ships, you'll see the other ships kind of stopping to watch the fireworks from the Disney Cruise Line. So it's kind of funny, but it is exclusive to Disney Cruise, which is really, really cool. Also, you may have heard me mention earlier that there is a movie theater on board. All Disney cruise ships have a movie theater. And what's really cool is they will do first run movies. So on my sailing, the first cruise I went on, Inside Out was what came out. And we got to watch Inside Out a couple days before it debuted in theaters because we were going to be on the ocean. So we got to watch Inside Out. Granted, this was a Disney Vacation Club cruise, so they did things a little bit differently, but we got to see that before anyone else. My latest cruise, the new Avatar movie had just come out, so we saw Avatar on board. I've also seen, oh my gosh, I've seen a lot of movies. Like if a Disney movie from the Disney collection is in theaters, it'll be on your cruise. If the newest Marvel movie is out, it's going to be in theaters. Oh, I think I watched Black Widow. I think that's what I watched on board the Disney cruise. But I really like the movie theaters, and they have popcorn, and it's not going to be the exact same movie theater experience because, you know, you're on a cruise and maybe people are in and out and aren't super paying attention. So like that is something to be mindful of. But if you go to the later times of the movie, then you can avoid all that. And they'll show the movie more than once. So it'll be shown probably every day on your sailings, and you just pick a time where you can go watch it. And save the best exclusive to Disney for last. Character greetings, of course. Disney Cruise is actually one of the best places to meet not only princesses, but the Fab Five. They appear constantly throughout your cruise. And they have different outfits, at least the Fab Five do. Of course, the princesses are in their traditional princess dresses, but the Fab Five will be in all kinds of different outfits, and they'll be themed to your sailing too. So when we were in Alaska, they had like winter gear on, which was really cool. I've seen some of the European sailings and they'll be dressed in like that country's traditional attire. Or they'll be in their cute little sailor outfits. So it's a lot of fun to interact with those characters, and you'll see surprise characters too. We saw Peter Pan once on the Run Disney sailings. You'll see Dopey as a surprise. I've seen Thor and Spider-Man and Stitch, like all kinds of characters are going to be on your sailing, which is a lot of fun. And that is one super cool thing on a Disney cruise that is exclusive to Disney Cruise Line, their characters. So the Disney Magic, it's one of my favorite ships. It's the original. I wish the chandelier was a little more grand, but it's really easy to navigate this ship. I get asked a lot, do I need a scooter? Do I need a wheelchair? Do I need a stroller? No, at least not on a Disney cruise. The elevators are everywhere and they're really easy to navigate. You can always take the stairs. If you have mobility issues, we'll want to put you close to one of the elevators. Of course, I just in general do that for my clients anyway. I will look and put you close to an elevator just for the ease of access of it. But it's not a lot of walking. These are not mega ships, so you're not going to be getting easily lost. You can easily find your way around these ships. There's maps and stuff everywhere, so it's not overwhelming. It's not. I've been on some overwhelming ships, and this is not one of them. So if you're worried about mobility issues and getting around, don't worry. At least on the Disney cruise ships, that's not a giant concern of mine at all. Now, if all of this got you excited for a Disney cruise, here are the current itineraries through summer of 2025. It sails from either Fort Lauderdale, Galveston, or Port Canaveral. It's just finishing its season in Galveston right now. And there's going to be 3 to 6 night itineraries. And it's going to be pretty exclusive to the Caribbean. And the ports that you can visit, these aren't all in the same sailing, but these are just a sampling of some of the ports. There's Lighthouse Point, Disney's newest private island, which is opening very, very soon. Nassau, San Juan, Progreso, Castaway Cay, Disney's other original private island, St. Thomas, Cozumel, and Georgetown. So those are going to be the different places that you can visit on the sailings. From Galveston, you're mostly going to be visiting either Progreso or Cozumel. There is 1 or 2 that goes to Georgetown and Castaway Cay. Those are going to be longer sailings because it takes longer to get there, but there are very few options for those. Fort Lauderdale and Port Canaveral are going to be the ones that visit Lighthouse Point and Castaway Cay almost on every sailing, as well as Nassau. So those are the different itineraries for the Magic. Currently, the Magic, when I went on it, it went out of New York to Bermuda. I don't know if that's a port anymore. I know New Orleans isn't going to be a port anymore, but it moves around. So the crew that are on the Magic, they get to see more than one port, which is exciting for them because the Wish only goes out of Port Canaveral, and that would be pretty boring to have to see the same stuff all the time. But the Magic has different ports of call, which is really exciting. So that's a quick overview of the Disney Magic. It has several different stateroom categories. So it's got inside stateroom, ocean view with veranda, and concierge. I was actually blown away with the concierge on the Disney Magic. It was retrofitted, so meaning the first Disney cruise ship, when it set sail, it did not have a concierge deck because Disney Cruise Line people didn't think that was necessary. Look, they don't have a hospitality background, okay? Like, we can't help it. But they retrofitted it in 2013 for the first dry dock, and they added this beautiful concierge lounge. I've done the concierge lounge on the Wish and the Dream, and I will tell you, I was underwhelmed with the Dream. It was a tiny, tiny, tiny concierge lounge, and I kind of felt like it wasn't worth the price. On the Wish, beautiful giant concierge lounge, multiple concierge people. They had great food. That one was a little bit more worth the price paid. The magic is in line with the Wish. The size is fantastic. They have the order food, the bar, a beautiful view. I was really impressed. So if, when I sail the Magic again, we'll probably do concierge because I am a bougie woman and I like nice things. So plus also the staterooms they give you a little bit more plush. So we'll talk about the staterooms. Concierge staterooms, they have a little bit more plush amenities. So like a little bit nicer bedding, a little bit nicer amenities inside the bathroom, a little bit nicer linens, all that good stuff. It's just a little more plush. But you know what? The staterooms are so comfortable though. Like I've walked in, I've done many cruise ship tours. And like, I don't hate on Royal Caribbean because there's a time and a place for Royal Caribbean, but I feel like the staterooms on Royal Caribbean are more in line with like a Holiday Inn kind of room. Whereas when I walk into a Disney cruise, like a regular stateroom there, I feel like is more in line with a traditional Hilton or a Marriott, which that's the kind of level that I like to stay at, is a Hilton or Marriott. I'm not a huge Holiday Inn fan. So the staterooms in Royal Caribbean, they're not exactly what I like for myself. But on a Disney cruise ship, they just feel cleaner and upgraded, and they are so comfortable. Best night's sleep I have is on a Disney cruise ship. I sleep so good. The best of the best so far. I haven't been on all the staterooms, and I haven't been on all the ships, but so far the best stateroom is the concierge Rapunzel staterooms on the Disney Wish. I felt like that bed just swallowed me whole in the best way. I was cocooned in these blankets, but that's not to say the mattresses are really comfortable on all of the ships. The mattresses are really comfortable. They have a great amount of space. I could always use more closet space, but it's a cruise ship. Your staterooms aren't going to have a ton of space, but your suitcases can fit underneath the bed, which is really, really nice. And with Disney Cruise, there's a lot more staterooms that can accommodate parties of 5. My frustration with a lot of these cruise lines is they are not larger family friendly. You end up having to book 2 staterooms, and then you might not be able to get next to each other with the way the staterooms are laid out. It's very frustrating. But Disney Cruise keeps families in mind. So a lot of these staterooms can accommodate a party of 5, and it's really cool how they do that. So they've got the traditional bed, stateroom bed, and then they've got a pull-out sofa, and then a lot of them that accommodate a party of 5 have a bunk bed that pulls out from the ceiling. Now, your stateroom host does have to do that for you, and they are super happy to do it because the stateroom hosts are amazing. But you get a bunk bed. So you've got the pull-out sofa bed, the bunk bed, and then the regular bed. And some of the staterooms in the Disney Wish have a Murphy bed too. So lots of bedding options for families. So yes, Disney Cruise can be on the higher price point when you compare it to like Carnival or Royal Caribbean, but it's not when you realize that you can have a party of 5 in one stateroom and not have to split up your party size. And the staterooms, I mean, when you have all that stuff down, it is a little bit crowded, but when you're talking like you have 2 kids, let's say 10 and under, and then adults, it's fine. Plus, Disney Cruise has the split bathrooms. So on the deluxe family, the split bathroom. So you've got 2 sinks. So it's 2 different doors. It's split in half. And there's a sink in each. And then one of the rooms is where the toilet is. The other is where the shower is. So it's a split. So 2 people can be getting ready at the same time. Somebody can be using the restroom while somebody else is taking a shower. So the split bathrooms is really nice, especially for families. That's something also that Disney Cruise has. And they also have the full library of Disney movies. So if you want to just sit in your stateroom and watch Disney movies all day and you don't want to watch it on funnel vision outside at the pool, I think the entire catalog, I think there wasn't any even obscure movie that I looked for that I couldn't find. So you can watch any Disney movie, and I'm talking also like Marvel, Star Wars, Disney animation. I think there's even some like Disney Channel stuff on there. It's all on those TVs, which is really, really nice. But yeah, the staterooms are The staterooms are great. They're very, very comfortable. The sizing is comparable to most other cruise lines, but where they really stand out is they accommodate parties of 5 far greater than any other cruise line. Every other cruise line I deal with, it is a struggle to get a party of 5, and how they do it is a pain. So Disney really, really, really accommodates families, parties of 5. And I think they do a really great job with their staterooms. The first cruise we went on was in an interior stateroom because I was afraid of getting motion sickness. I do suffer, anyone who knows me, I suffer from motion sickness, and I was really worried about it because I get sick on houseboats and stuff. I don't go on boats on the lake. I can't do it. So I was really worried about that for the Disney cruise. So we got an inside stateroom in midship. So that way we're like in the middle of the boat, in the middle with the most stability possible. And that room, I mean, it was tight, but it wasn't uncomfortable. But we also didn't spend a ton of time in the stateroom for Alaska. I do wish we had gotten a veranda room, because then we could have sat on our veranda and watched the bears that were fishing on this outside the boat and things like that. So that was a big bummer. But we didn't feel super crowded, and we didn't run out of space for our 7-night cruise. And everybody knows you overpack for a cruise because you need a day outfit, you need a night outfit, you need a pool outfit, you need lots of different outfits. We did not run out of space, and that was really nice because there is a lot of storage. I wish there was more closet space, but there's lots of drawers. Like I said, you can store your luggage under the bed, so the luggage itself is out of the way, and then you've got drawers and drawers and drawers and hangers and all that good stuff. So the staterooms are really nice, and that's a big thing to consider. So that is an overview of the Wish. It's my favorite ship is the Disney Dream. So we'll do another episode of Disney Cruise for the Disney Dream, because that one's my favorite. But I really love the Magic. The Tangled dining is so great. I had so much fun there. And a quick note, Disney Cruise does have good food. I wouldn't say it's the best food, but I will say it's better than many other cruise lines, and I don't find myself hungry or disappointed with my food. And Paolo, if you can go for an adult-only experience, the brunch is ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I mean you will eat yourself stupid, because it has order off the menu plus buffet style. It is so much food. It is so much food. So much food. But dinner is really good too. It's Northern Italian food. There is an additional charge for Paolo because it is adult-only fine dining experience. Fine dining meaning, yes, there is a dress code, but it's really delicious. It's really delicious. And the brunch is obscene. The brunch is so much food. It is like so much, and it's good. That food is really good. But I will say, like, the only night that I'm not really a fan of the food is Pirate Night. The menu is all the same, and it's usually the same across the sailings. It's not really for me, but most of the other times the food is good, if not great. Yeah, I haven't had anything that's bad. And if there was something I didn't like, I just asked them for something else. Because pro tip, at the dining places, you can order everything off the menu if you want. It's not an additional charge. It's included with your price. Order as many things as you want. And you can even order a Mickey bar. If you want a Mickey bar for dessert because you don't like what they have, just order a Mickey bar. You can have one. It's really great. So I hope you are just as excited about the Disney Magic as I am. For those of you that are in Texas, the Disney Magic is in Galveston right now, and it is very exciting. It's a wonderful ship. You wouldn't even know that it was from 1998. It's in such great shape. But if you are looking to take a sailing or just want some more information, please reach out to our friends at Alonzi Travel. That's alonzi-travel.com/take the trip. The link will be in the show notes if you want to reach out. They are more than happy to give you all the cruise information. We love a Disney cruise. We are excited to get you on a Disney cruise. So please reach out so we can make your Disney cruise line dreams come true. Thank you again to our sponsor, Alonzi Travel, and we will see you all very soon. Bye.